It's time to start the video. It's time to start the video. What's up, people? How's it going?
Hey, guys.
That was fun.
That was fun.
We just saw 10 Cloverfield Lane. We're not super hungry, but this is movie meals, and we got ourselves a meal. I got a banana.
And I've got carrots and ranch.
Because we're trying to be healthy.
It's not going to last long.
Nope, we're going to get pizza in about 2 hours.
10 minutes.
So we just saw 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I gotta say, it's pretty dang good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. What about you?
I was very surprised by how much I enjoyed it. When I saw the initial trailers come out, like weeks before the movie even premiered, I didn't even know what the heck this movie was, what we were going to get ourselves into. All I knew is that it was a loose spin-off of the original Cloverfield movie that happened years ago. So I just came in not expecting a whole lot and came out really excited for this movie.
Yeah, I had never seen Cloverfield, neither had he. We went at a 4 o'clock showing today, and I was bored, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch the original Cloverfield just cuz, and he ended up watching it with me. And we were both kind of like, yeah, it was good, but a little underwhelming for us. We had heard great things about it for a long time, so
yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it, but man, did I enjoy this much more. And I don't like a lot of found footage, but like Chronicle, and I actually did enjoy the original Cloverfield's found footage and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like that this wasn't found footage.
Yeah,
And
me
it
too.
was just a good movie, man. It's got John Goodman, and we were just talking about her name was Mary. I can't remember her last
Mary
name.
Elizabeth
Winston? Yeah, something like that.
Winchell?
Something, I don't know about Winchell. And then there was another actor. It was just the 3 of them, pretty much.
Pretty much 3 people in this one movie.
Yeah, you hear Bradley Cooper's voice. He has a small character
Wait,
part.
really? That was Bradley Cooper?
The guy at the very beginning. Yeah, that's Bradley Cooper.
I didn't recognize his voice. That's crazy.
You didn't hear me in the movie go, hey, that's Bradley Cooper?
I just thought you were talking crazy.
Well, that too.
As usual.
So it takes place. So the main girl, she's leaving. She kind of gets kidnapped in a sense, and John Goodman has put her in a bunker with this other guy, and you find out things about each character, and you dive really deep into the characters, especially John Goodman's character. And I gotta say, I was telling this guy, I haven't seen John Goodman put in a performance that I really, really, really liked in a long time. I really liked him in Argo, actually. That I think is the last one I really enjoyed him in.
Yeah.
The most recent thing I saw him in Trumbo. And he was okay in Trumbo.
He did his part.
He was phenomenal in this
He stole the whole movie, and I didn't
did.
think he was going to steal the whole movie. I thought the movie was going to center around the main actress, but instead John Goodman takes the whole movie and makes you enwrapped in it and makes you want to know what the heck is going on. Like, are there really aliens out there, or are there... or is he just a crazy guy that's trying to kidnap her and do weird stuff to her or something? Like, you kind of think that there's aliens out there, but at the same time, like, the more she finds out about this guy, the more creeped out you are by him, the more you really question.
There's some scenes where you're literally like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Like, there's moments where you're like, I wonder where this is going, and then things happen. And that's the coolest thing. I love these movies. Movies like this that sneak up on you. Like, last year, The Gift was one I'm comparing this to. Not in the way, just the way that...
It would sneak up on you. You wouldn't hear much about it, and then you would go to see it, and you'd find out it was a good movie.
Yeah, and you'd maybe see a trailer or two, and you'd be like, I'm not really sure what this is about. It doesn't really hook me. I'm not really grabbed by it. And then you hear word of mouth. You hear reviews. Right now, 10 Cloverfield Lane has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes last time I checked, with like an 80-something% audience rating and something like that.
That's really good rating.
That's fantastic. It was such a thrill ride. I mean, I was going like this with my sweater the whole time. I was just into it, on the edge of my seat type film. It was really good, man. Like, I really enjoyed it. Did you have any negatives? We've been sitting here talking about how much we enjoyed it. We talked about the film, but we haven't talked about any negatives. You got any negatives, Kyle Brester?
Not so much negatives. It makes me wonder if this didn't really need to be the loose sequel to Cloverfield. I feel like you could have had a different name to this movie, and you would have had a really good time on it regardless. Because to me, it didn't really connect anything to Cloverfield, but it was still good enough that like you were able to really enjoy Cloverfield and still be able to enjoy this one in a sense.
It kind of, it made you kind of figure out what happens after, because the way Cloverfield ends, spoiler alert, those of you who haven't seen Cloverfield, it just kind of ends. Rocks fall on the camera and boom, you're done. Credits roll and you're just like, what? We thought the monster was dead. The monster wasn't. Just killed T.J. Miller. And now we kind of see what this thing was because we had no idea. In Cloverfield, it was just found footage survival. It was we got to get this girl. We got to get the heck out of here, out of Manhattan. And this was all right. We can see that it's an invasion and that we're fighting and all this stuff. So it was a good movie though. It was such a small piece. It was, you know, this is kind of a weird analogy, but Cloverfield is more like I would say like an Avengers big scale is what I'm saying, while this felt like the small Marvel movie kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to have global stakes where this huge monster is destroying everything. We know that there's a problem. They're stuck in this little bunker, and you just are invested in this space and in these characters, and that's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, it made the movie really more...
Yeah, it made it condensed without having it to be this big epic.
That's why it made it so good, because like it was only focused on these three characters that you were invested in, whereas it wasn't so blown out proportions that it would kind of make you feel lost in a way.
It was nice that it was such a smaller film, and it didn't have to have this big scale to it, but still look beautiful, great directing, great acting, everything. I really don't have a negative, man. I'm trying to think, maybe small. The pacing I thought was great. The direction I thought was great. I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, you and me both.
All right, well, I think that means it's time for a score out of 10.
All right, you want to start?
I will. I'm going to stick with my 8.5 that I mentioned to our good friend Carson as we were walking out of the movie. I'm going to go with 8.5. I love this film. Wouldn't mind seeing it again in like 6 months when it's out on DVD.
And I'll give it about an 8. It was a really good time, a fun movie. You get enveloped into all these characters, and then at the same time you'll have lots of action going on. It's a nice quick pace. Doesn't leave you bored or tired at all. Very good movie. I give it an 8 out of 10.
You know, we did say small scale. I'd still go see this in the theater. I think it's earned its theater. You know, it's not the big epic like Cloverfield was, where you're going to be so immersed. But it's such a nice piece, and there is a little bit of action scenes in it. So
the action scenes are what you should be in the theater for, I think.
Yeah, and it was like, this is a movie I could totally see you wait until it gets on Netflix, gets on DVD, and you're with your lady having a good time, lights are off, watching the movie, and it's a nice movie to do that with.
Yeah,
but it deserves your money. Go see it in the theater.
Yeah, recommended.
We will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, Mom. Have a good one, everybody.
See you guys.